Welcome to the Argue Your Point podcast. Here are your hosts, Jeff Mitri and Mason Mitri.
All right. Thank you, host Mason.
Yep, episode 11.
Episode number 11. Yeah, we've
Yep.
already passed the episode 10 milestone last week.
Drake, maybe not.
Well, I think that was 2 episodes away. That was a popular episode. A lot of that was buzzing.
Yeah.
Man, we got into the double digits, we'll say. We'll just say that. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting over a flu. The flu stinks, man.
Yeah.
It's not very fun. Could barely even sit up for the first 4 days. I just stayed laid out. Every time I sat up, I felt dizzy, nauseous. Yeah, that stunk. All right. So right out of the gate, we'll get a little icebreaker going here, and I was on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Sal Capaccio was on there, and he's at the NFL scouting combine in Indianapolis, and he had this video, and he was just outside. It was a little bit cold. There was steam coming out of the manhole grate, you know?
Yeah.
Are you paying attention?
Yeah,
And so he's there, standing on the street, and he's talking. He's got a winter hat on, and it's an Odyssey hat. You know, it's like the company that he works for with the Odyssey app and the parent company WGR and all that. And I noticed right away. I've been listening to the Odyssey for years. So I was like, cool hat. And a lot of other people commented on the hat too. And there was one guy that was like, oh my gosh, there's so much promotion. Way too much promotion. He went off on it. And then some other guys seriously, dude, it's not a big deal. And he's like, you seriously don't mind getting over promoted like that? Are you serious? So yeah, some people get offended by the most weirdest things. It's crazy.
Okay. Ready to start us off?
Yeah, I don't even know you are producing today. I had a long day at work, so I'm just kind of coming in hot. Don't really know what we're going to be talking about today. So yeah, let's roll.
There we go. So we're going to start off with I grabbed 3 mock drafts. One from CBS, one from ESPN, and Yahoo.
Cool.
And they
Bills
have three
mock?
different
Nice.
3 different players. The Bills selected 26 now. At number 26, they have not picked any notable players, so that's something. Pick at number 26. Obviously, they could trade up.
Wait, you mean the Bills have not picked notable players at 26? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
In the past?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, I got 3 different guys: linebacker, wide receiver, and I think a edge rusher. So do you want to? I guess I'll start us off with C.J. Allen, linebacker out of Georgia, 6'1", 235 pounds. Now Matt Milano and Shaq Thompson are going to leave free agency.
Yeah.
Probably going to re-sign Matt Milano, but probably going to lose some depth there.
Right.
We're going to need help at linebacker. So C.J. Allen, the 2025 All-American from Georgia, so he could be a strong option for the Bills. Allen plays bigger than his size, good against the run, which is obviously one of our problems.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Only because of his instincts, his nonstop effort. He's a reliable tackler who will cover running backs and tight ends. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
He can play zone. He reads the field well, and he communicates effectively. And overall, he's kind of a player that looks ready to step in the NFL. I also got stats from this year.
You mean he's ready to step in day one or?
Yeah, day one.
Okay, a day one starter.
Yeah, so I got his best stats from the best season he's played,
Okay.
which is this year. 88 tackles, 47 solo, and 41 assists. 8 tackles for loss, which I saw was a lot. 3.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and per some reports, 4 pass breakups. He's a 38th ranked prospect, 6th at the position.
Nice.
Do
It
you wanna,
sounds like a wrecking ball.
Do you want to talk about the next player we have, which is
Oh yeah, sure.
Denzel Boston?
From my man Mel Kiper Jr. I trust almost everything that this guy says, except for his how he was getting all upset last year for Shedeur Sanders. Other than that, I trust Mel Kiper Jr.'s assessment on just about everything. Except for that, just one exception. Shedeur Sanders. I still don't believe in Shedeur. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. Yeah, Denzel Boston, wide receiver. Wait, okay, so what? So this would also be. So this would be at number 26. Okay.
Yeah, they're all at number 26.
Yeah, they're all at number 26. Okay. So yeah, wide receiver out of Washington, 6'4", 209. Yeah, big dude.
6'4". Remember, there was a wide receiver in the NFL. There he goes, 6'5". Huge. This guy's tall.
Yeah. So, out of Washington, he's ranked as a late first round pick, around 26.
When I was making the some stats for him, I couldn't find his actual ranking. It's weird. I looked everywhere. It just said late first round pick, late mid-20s, so
Okay.
best we got.
No, yeah, I mean, that's how it is. So yeah, he's known to have strong hands, wide catch radius.
Which is good.
He finished last season with 881 yards and 11 touchdowns. That's pretty productive.
Yeah. Put his stats
for
on there,
college.
too.
Yep. He's known as a physical player and give Josh Allen a reliable target right away. Let's hope. So with questions all over the Bills receiver room, this pick might make sense.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we want. I don't know. I mean, we're not picking Justin Jefferson, or are we? Who knows? You just gotta try for someone at that position. I think. And here's the thing about Coleman. I don't think Coleman will be on the team this year, but let's say I'm wrong. Let's say he is on the team next year. He can't be relied on. You know what I mean? We have to have what? Oh, we're going to talk about him later?
No, let's only talking about. Let's write something down real quick.
Oh, okay. So I don't think he can be relied on. So we have to have, answers besides him, and and then we've got Knox if he's going to be re-signed or let go, which I hope they do. Restructure him, keep him, keep him on the roster with a restructured contract, and then with Kincaid, who's got a higher ceiling, but he's always injured. So, we got that to deal with.
Yeah.
So Denzel Boston, I don't really like that guy's name, but, I could learn to like it.
What's his name?
Boston.
Boston?
It's like
Boston.
Patriots,
What does that have to do with wide receivers? You can go to the Patriots now?
Well, that's
Patriots
where
will take 'em?
Boston is in New England.
No.
So that's all I meant. Anyways, 62 receptions, 881 yards, 11 touchdowns, average yards per reception, 14.2, which is pretty high. And he's a punt returner, so he's got that dual threat.
One punt return touchdown.
Yep. So last year he had 104 yards. Wonder what his average punt return. That's what I wonder. 104 yards total. We'll have to look that up. In one touchdown. You don't have to look up right now. It's not that big of a deal.
We'll go right now.
All right. Well, you got selection number 3 here. Producer Mason.
Okay. So, T.J. Parker, his edge from Clemson, 6'3", 265 pounds. He brings speed, power, and he'll bring some real pass rush to our defensive line. He's explosive off the edge, destructive in the backfield, and shows constantly he gets to the quarterback. If we add him, we'll get another young, high-mortar defender who could bring pressure to opposing quarterbacks and create turnovers. Something that every playoff team needs.
You know what I like about him the most?
What?
is named TJ. He's an edge rusher, and his name's TJ. Kind of like TJ Watt, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you got TJ Watt aging. We got TJ Parker
Now you can be like,
from Clemson. Clemson.
be
I
like-
don't know. We got so many guys that came out of Clemson that haven't worked out. Some
Trevor
have, some
Lawrence.
haven't.
Should be like, you're going to be like, oh, this guy, best, but has a horrible name. Don't like him. Gone. So,
265.
No,
Isn't that heavy for an edge?
not super heavy. It's more on the heavy side, but his best season in 2024. He played 14 games, 57 tackles, 19 and a half tackles for loss. It's 11 sacks and 6 forced fumbles.
Are we getting so the combine's going on right now, right?
No, it starts tomorrow.
They're just there now with the meetings and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Also, I learned that Brandon Bean said that he is picking up Kincaid's 6-year option is not a total guarantee. So I wonder if that's
You sure about that?
yeah.
Is he He's not in his 5th year.
Yeah, he is. Drafted in 2022.
Kincaid?
Yeah, drafted in 2022. Utah. So that's going to be something to look at. But now, we ready to transition?
Where did you read that?
Or I read it? I don't know. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do a NFL free agency game. Now, I just put in a little note. According to Kalshi, the Bills had a 14% chance of signing Tyreek Hill. So, it was like 30 last time, but I'm just going to keep putting this on here every week to see if it goes up, goes down. But,
Hold on, I want to clarify something here. I'm reading that he has indicated the team plans to pick up Kincaid's 5th-year option.
oh, okay. Where is that from?
Well,
Is this like Google? Or is it
one
just like,
says YouTube, and then Buffalo Down says, now Bean is doubling down on that statement. Bills officially intend to pick up Dalton Kincaid's 5th-year option. That's
Okay.
BuffaloDown.com says that.
okay,
All right,
ready to play
okay,
a
we
little game?
settled that.
So, you are the Buffalo Bills GM. The Bills are protected at $15.2 million cap space. You can only sign one of these players, or you can sign two. I put down a list of players. You got 10 players, and I put their average AAV. You can sign either one or two of them. Now, I put down 8. So, what are you going to do out of these 8 players? You got John Oosh, Travis Etienne,
Okay,
Alec
Josh
Pierce?
Uke.
DJ Wonham, Josie Jewell, Jordan Elliott, that's good, Isaiah McKenzie, and Jeremy Chin.
Okay, so let me just get this game straight, and this is cool. So, I'm the Bills GM.
Yep.
I have $15.2 million in cap space,
Yeah.
and can sign only one of these players.
No, you can sign 2 of them. You can sign as many as you can that fits inside of that cap.
Oh, I mean, if you just but okay, well, all right.
So let's say you do Alec Pierce, for example. He is 10 to 13 AAV, according to, I don't even know what it's according to, but if you sign
Who?
him,
What are you talking about right now?
Alec Pierce, if you sign him, it'll be, let's just go in the middle.
10 to 13.
Let's just go in the middle here. You have 12 million, and then after that you have 3 million. You could, if there's anyone you could sign, Isaiah
Hold on,
McKenzie, 3 to 5
Hold
million.
on. Alec Pierce isn't going to be signed for $13 million.
Oh, let's just play the game.
But I'm just saying.
Let's play the game.
But everything is fluctual though. But so that might be. He's going to be asking for 20, and if there's a bidding war, he might go for 30.
Yeah, but we're doing this on his average AAV.
Okay.
So you want
Well
to start?
then, yeah, I would take Alec Pierce.
So that is go in the middle, 12 million ish.
And that leaves me like $3 million left overall. Maybe Isaiah McKenzie. That's 2 wide receivers then. But that's the only one that I can get cheap. And he knows the system, you know. More defensive tackle, Jordan Elliott. Interior rotation piece who helps against the run. Let's go that. Let's go Jordan Elliott, Alec Pierce.
That will put
And
you.
Travis Etienne could
That'll put
take
you
a
over the
long
cap.
walk off a short pier, if you know
That's-
what I mean.
That'll put you over the cap with 16 million. But we'll just say,
Yeah, well, we got a little wiggle room, you know.
yeah.
We restructured Spencer Brown today.
So you want to sign Alec Pierce for 11 million and Jordan Elliott for 6 million. You know, I kind of like that. So I'm going to take over now.
Stop the run.
I'm going to fire you, first of all. Now, what I was looking at earlier...
GMJM here.
What I was looking at earlier was Jeremy Chin. He's a good safety, but he's a little expensive. So I think I would go with someone like Jordan Elliott. I would start off with him. He's a good running back, and I think he could bring to the
Jeremy
line.
Chin, safety. Yeah, I heard today that
And then,
Taron Johnson might move to from quarterback to safety.
really? So now I have $6 million. So I have $9 million left. Now I can't do Alec Pierce, so he's out. Alec Pierce, I was thinking about Travis Etienne. We don't need a running back. We already
Pick
have.
Alec Pierce too. It doesn't.
I don't think if you're drafting, I think Isaiah.
Okay, you'd rather get a wide receiver through the draft.
Yeah, Isaiah McKenzie. Because remember when we had him?
Yep.
Yeah, we
He's short though, isn't he? He's kind of short.
speed option
He was-
gadget player.
Yeah, right.
I think what I would actually do
I wouldn't be
is
upset if he was signed. I would not be upset. I don't think a lot of Bills fans would be upset either.
I think what I would do start off is I would sign Isaiah McKenzie.
Wonder what he's done though since he left the Bills.
So that will be
Stats
for
wise, I'm
see
gonna look
how
that up right
long.
now.
$4 million. So now I only have $5 million left. With that remaining cap, it's not a ton of what I could do, but I could try to get Jordan Elliott. If I already have Jordan Elliott. So I have Jordan Elliott. He's gone. And Isaiah McKenzie. So after that we have $5 million, and the cheapest option would be Joey Jewell. The $7 million, but that right there put us over the cap. So I think we'll have to try to restructure the contract if we do that for $7 million. So now do the math here. $17
He has
million.
Isaiah McKenzie hasn't played since 2023.
Really? Retired?
Well, he might be a free agent. I
Yeah.
don't know if he retired, but maybe no one picked him up in 24 or 20. Actually, didn't he?
So
Did he get suspended for some reason?
that might be a no, that's
Yeah,
the
Colts suspend. Yeah, that's what happened. Let me
plays for the
see.
Dolphins right now. That's who he plays for. He said he plays for the Bills, but I know he doesn't. Signed a 2-year deal.
No, that's right. So
2022.
according to ESPN,
Yeah.
so in December of 23, the Colts suspended him and cornerback Tony Brown for 3 games for conduct detrimental to the team. The club did not disclose what behavior led to the decision, but sources told ESPN the nature of the violation rose to a level where severe punishment was warranted. Suspensions by individual teams are rare. Most suspensions are handed out by the league. Yeah, so that's the last time. So he guess so. Wonder what that was all about.
Yeah.
But anyways, maybe I take it back. Maybe I wouldn't want Isaiah McKenzie on the team. I wouldn't want them to sign him because not really so much because of that. There's not much there. We don't know why he got suspended. Doesn't sound good, but
So,
don't really know what it is.
I would
But he hasn't played in 2 years.
I would just sign it. Joey Sewell, Jordan Elliott. That would be my GM if I was the GM of the Buffalo Bills. So
Okay.
now we are gonna to the Olympics.
You sound much better now, by the way.
I like it. So do you want to do the men's game real quick? Talk about the men's gold medal game.
Oh man, who could forget?
Not funny.
what's that?
Jack Hughes. He got the game winner. Now we have to play him.
Yeah,
So
Tage at our side. Yeah, that'll be in just a couple hours. Yeah, the last time we talked, or not even a couple hours, a couple of minutes. The last time we talked, the men's hockey team were playing, and I think it was like 1-1. It was I think it was the game against Denmark or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, man, we woke up early Sunday morning, put the game on within first 5 minutes, boldly scored. That first period was flying. They were moving so fast, and looking at the shots, the Canadian team outshot us by a lot. What are you doing? And they outshot us by a lot, and Connor Hellebuck stood on his head. He made some amazing saves. It was electric. I mean, that game we just had it all. And then, okay, so let me see what we got written down here. Final score 2-1 United States in overtime. First time since 1980 in 46 years. Yeah, Matt Boldy scored the first goal. Kel McCarr, okay, I didn't know. Okay, Kel McCarr tied it up. And then, Jack Hughes scored the overtime winner. It went to 3-on-3, which I do like. It's a tournament, the Olympics tournament.
Yeah, you don't want to do 5-on-5 again because they probably won't score.
Right. Yeah, and that can just get the game to like lose its momentum. It's got to end. When I was in Italy in 2006, I watched the World Cup. Team Italy went all the way to the finals. Watched every single game. It was a big run. It was kind of like this, but I was over there, and that final game ended in penalty kicks. And I guess in the United States, after that game, a lot of pundits were saying, oh, it's a shame that all had to end in penalty kicks. But no, it's not a shame. That's how it's supposed to end. It's like you have the time in regulation to win it. If you can't do it, then we're gonna set it up so that someone's gonna win quick, and that's just how tournaments are. You could complain about TV and John Cooper comparing it to the Stanley Cup. It's not the Stanley Cup, it's not the NHL.
Yeah.
So I totally disagreed with him there. If you don't like 3-on-3, would you rather a shootout? I wouldn't. I'd rather see the 3-on-3 than the shootout personally. Maybe some people would rather see the shootout. That's how it used to be. But no, you can't just have 4, 5, 6, 20-minute periods if it goes that far in a tournament. It's completely different than NHL regular season going into the postseason. They got a preliminary round with 3-1, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was great. And then US won. Finally, that was just awesome. And it was just finally like we finally beat Canada, U.S. men's and women, which I know you're going to talk about next. And it's gonna grow the sport. It's gonna grow the sport even in Canada, even though that they were mourning the death of the loss of the game the next day and days. It lets them know that it's not just a shoo-in that Canada's the best team always and they always win and that's just how it is. No, there's other teams, not just U.S. There's other teams in the world that love hockey and are growing the sport from a young age, from the pee-wee on up. Okay, Mason, go ahead. You could talk about the women's game, which was also exciting.
Yeah, same score, same team in overtime.
Yeah, right.
Both
Yeah,
kind of won during a breakaway too. Both the goals by Jack Hughes and Morgan Keller, both by a breakaway. So 2-1 Canada versus U.S., but Hillary Knight timed the game late in regulation, became the all-time U.S. Olympic leader in goals and points. And for Ariane Frankel, made 31 shots, she had 96%. While Anne Renee Desbiens for Canada faced 31, saved 30, faced 33, saved 31, 93%. U.S. contributors in the scoring sheet are Leila Edwards, 1 assist, and Taylor Heiss with 1 assist.
Layla Edwards. Taylor Heiss. Yeah, no, you're doing good with the names. They're hard. Some of them are hard. I just thought of, though?
What?
Who scored the better overtime goal? Jack Hughes or Megan Keller?
No, Megan Keller. It's way easy.
Yeah,
She did great.
Yeah.
Move.
yeah. I guess it is easy, but yeah.
Still
I mean,
both
she
good
passed it
goals.
to herself. She deked her defender. Yeah, and the Jack Hughes goal, although was exciting but it was like you almost like you didn't see it. You know what I mean? It was just so quick, and it didn't bounce out of the net or hit the net. It just kind of stuck to the bottom. It was just like, and then he didn't even know he scored because he turned back. It's like, yeah. So yeah.
Well, he knew he scored.
I don't know, not really. When he released it, he turned back and looked. Then he like put his arms up. You probably always turn back and look.
Yeah.
Unless you are seeing, because he was going by it. I don't know. Anyways, on TV, it wasn't like obvious immediately. It was just like maybe a split half second
And they
later.
saw it celebrate. That's
What's that?
When they saw U.S. celebrate, then that's how everyone knew.
Oh, yeah. You should cue the celebration music.
I don't think we have celebration music.
Yeah, all the people clapping. The applause.
No. Well,
Like, woo! Now it's too late. We gotta get better with there. Yeah! USA! USA! It was awesome.
What's your point?
okay. So,
Point is, it was awesome.
okay. Let's move on
You're right, though.
to the Knicks versus
The
Cavaliers.
women's
next
was a
night.
better goal.
The Knicks got
Technically.
crushed, 109-94. I'm not gonna say
Ouch. We're
crushed.
talking New York Knicks now?
Yep.
Hardcore fan here from 2023.
That's you before I'm 2022.
Not ashamed to admit it. Sometimes you pick up sports. Sometimes you are born a fan, like we are with the Bills and Sabres. But the Knicks, fairly more recent.
Yeah. So what went wrong? They had a sloppy offense third quarter. New York scored just 11 points, shot 3 for 24 in that period, it was a close game. I can take a look at the game tracker brought to you by whatever I'm using, but it was in the third
In
quarter.
the third quarter, there were 3 for 24.
The beginning of
just
third quarter, it was
two-
just a
2-pointers and 3-pointers.
Yep, at the beginning of third quarter, it was a closer game. So that's
Well, they took a
Sorry, third
Cavs.
quarter, it was 54-60 start of the third. And then Knicks scored once, twice. They had a couple free throws. Kyle Bridges actually made a 4-point shot. For
What does
Knicks.
that mean? You got 3 points on the foul?
No, he got says he makes 2-pointer. Oh, and take that back. So he made a 2-pointer. Then later on, he got 2 free throws. But
Oh,
Cavs
okay.
really
Yeah, that
went
makes
on
sense.
Because
Because he got fouled on the 2-point shot.
Yeah,
And
got-
it was a 4-point shot. I get it.
they got went on a big scoring run, and it was close up to that point.
Yeah, the
And
Cavs went on 13-2 run in the third quarter, and the Knicks really never recovered, did they?
no.
No, they
Now,
didn't.
the Cavs had a 13-2 run in the first quarter, and they had the lead came to double digits. That scoring drought was the worst shooting quarter Knicks have had in years. Knicks really struggled. 27% from 3. They were 10 for 37. Saw some key guys like Jalen Brunson and Bridges. And Mikal Bridges struggled, combining to 12 of 36 from the field. Now let's go into a little defense. Cleveland has the big guards. They have they have KD, pretty sure. Yeah, no, not KD. James Harden, who had 20 points. Donovan Mitchell had 23.
Mitchell.
Jarrett Allen 19. Dean Wade. So that was Dwayne Wade second. But they have
They got a Dean Wade.
yeah, they have big guys who got into the paint and knocked down shots and then probably got fouled from, because if the Knicks were have to try and do everything to stop them, they're gonna get fouled.
So what's the Knicks record like the past 5 games?
Past 5 games, they are 3-2.
Okay.
Not horrible.
What about
Yeah.
the last 10 games?
That's 10 games. While I do that, do you want to read off the defensive breakdown and the lack of energy they had?
Okay. Cleveland's guards and bigs were able to get into the paint and knock down shots. the Cavs spread the floor enough to limit New York's defensive help. I mean, we know how this game went. The analysts said it on the broadcast that they just looked flat, unmotivated, and just tired. So that's kind of just how the cookie crumbled.
6-4 in the last 10 games.
All right. Yeah. Well, it's gonna have to be a lot better than that.
Yeah.
To maintain this
Third
playoff
place.
position. They're in third. They dropped to third now, huh?
Yeah. With they were no, they've been in third. They were at second, but they were tied in Celtics currently. Celtics don't even have currently almost like a 3-way tie. It's Celtics, Knicks, Cavs, close. Yeah, the playoffs for Eastern Pistons are going to get the 1 seed. The Celtics, Knicks, Cavaliers, Raptors, and 76ers. But for the play-in teams, Magic, Heat, and then Hawks, Hornets. Those are the play-in teams, You know what a play-in team is? You know how you have to play in, not automatically. In the Western, it's Thunder, Spurs, Rockets, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Lakers. Then play-in is Suns, Warriors, Trailblazers, and the Clippers. So that is pretty. Some of the teams are pretty good. Kings are 13-46. Pacers are 15-14. Crazy how they beat us in the playoffs last year. Almost for nothing.
Crazy. It'd be crazy if the NHL went, instead of points, it just went to percentage.
Yeah. Well, what percentage? Like goal percentage, shot percentage?
Well, winning percentage.
Yeah.
But no, you can't because of the overtime losses.
Yeah,
It's
that's
too many
probably.
columns.
So,
Not just wins and losses.
how to fix it? Let's talk about how to fix. And you get
How
the fundamentals.
to fix it.
You need to improve the shot selection and how they move the ball around, so they're not going to be trapped. You're trying to take better shots that are open than just taking contested looks. And they got balanced scoring threats instead of just relying on Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Vol, like some role players like Cat, Hart, and Landry Schmidt, who's I don't even think he's a rookie. He's like a 1 year or 2 year. Landry Schmidt, and he is 7th year. Take that back. 9.8 points per game and 1.9 rebounds, and he's getting into the scoring, so we could help him out. Also, a rookie, Tyler Kolek, 5 points per game. We have another rookie. Some other guys that we'll have to try to involve there, but instead of relying on role players, you have to probably have Mike Brown change the defense schemes and focus less on the stars.
Yep.
Also, we need to tighten the perimeter. Tighten the 3-point defense. We need to close out, be a more physical team. Close it harder on the opposing shooters. You communicate better and avoid wide open 3-pointers because they're probably going to make it, especially against a team that can make a lot of 3-pointers.
Mm-hmm.
And some more consistent energy. You need to stay strong, stay engaged all throughout 4 quarters so that one bad stretch doesn't sky the game.
Are these Mason's keys to the game?
Yeah, you're right. But also for the Knicks, they played. They played on the 19th, 21st, 22nd, 24th, 27th. Not 27th, so it's 24th, 22nd, 21, 19. Those are the last 4 games, and they're kind of a tight stretch there. From 19, then you 21, then you get 22 the next day. You have to play 2 games, so it's a little bit of a stretch. But I think the Knicks come off the All-Star break, just need to snap back in. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, they already came back from the All-Star game. You said they
I know. I'm saying they need to get back into their pre-All-Star rhythm.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, are we ready to go on to our 5th segment?
Do it.
Do the men's basketball rankings. Now I'm gonna talk about. This isn't a lot of them are different, but I think it's just the NCAA one. Duke, number 1 team.
I can't wait for the bracket.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming up.
You don't know what I'm gonna do. I have a
Almost
strategy.
March.
I have a strategy.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I'm not telling you.
All right,
tell
as
you.
long as you got one.
Yeah, I got third place one year. Then I think I got second place. And then I got fourth. So I'm up there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm the greatest of all time, next to the one kid. You know, there was a 16-year-old one year who got all of them correct.
Yeah, I
He
think
won
he had
like
autism.
yeah,
It's really smart.
he won like $1 million
Really?
from whatever he did. Because
Well, not the whole bracket.
yeah, everything got all correct. You know,
You
so
sure?
we do Yahoo. You know, for so you could do a bracket where if you get in the top 5 of like 30,000, you get like 50 grand for not top 5, number 1, the most accurate.
Yeah.
So that's always cool to see. But number 1, Duke. Number 1, the AP poll, they have to beat Michigan. But Michigan is still in the top after the loss to Duke. The question is, do you think they could possibly have a fall off right now? Michigan, they lost to Duke, and
No, I thought they lost to Michigan.
they lost to
Duke lost to Michigan.
no. Duke beat Michigan, and that's
Duke beat Michigan.
their losses to the unranked Wisconsin. So that's pretty crazy at that time. They've blown out a lot of bad teams. They almost lost to Penn State. I'm just looking at their things. Now they play Illinois next. I think that's 2 days. So the question is, do you think Michigan will fall off? Not like completely off, but instead of being number 2, maybe be like number 10 or not like number 6.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah, Duke beat Michigan 68-63 last Saturday. They're number 1. Wait, how come you have them? Is Duke number 1 now?
Duke is number 1, yeah.
Okay, so Michigan was 1. And now, okay, let me see where their rankings are now. Okay, so they swapped.
Yeah.
They did a whole swap. Duke was 3, Michigan was 1. Duke beat Michigan, and they swapped. Now Duke is 1. So what was your question? I'm sorry.
It was, do you think that there could be a possible fall off from Michigan?
No. That's just basketball. They weren't blown out or anything. It's the grind of the season. That's what so cool about college basketball is the season is a grind. Then you get to the bracket, and then that's a whole other grind. You
Yeah.
know? Talk
always-
about tournaments again.
It's
You know,
always
it's a
fun to see a
tournament.
1 seed go down.
Yeah.
You know?
And
feel
then
like,
and then you take that one. You're a 3. You beat the 1, and then you become 1, and then they're 3. That's even cooler. It is. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm all in on Duke this year. I think I like Boozer. The
yeah.
things I hear on SportsCenter about Duke, which is pretty often, are all positive. That's not saying much, you know. But yeah, I know. I think they got a good vibe this
Well,
year.
we're talking about Michigan.
Well, okay, all right.
Well,
but
let's
yeah,
actually
I
just go
don't
down
know.
the list
Yeah,
real
you're
quick.
right. I just kind of went off on
Let's
Duke.
go on the list here. Now we got Arizona. They're running off their recent strong wins. Then you got Iowa State, Houston. Houston's always constantly ranked top 10, top 5. And Kansas, there are many. I don't even know what a lot of people use, but they're always in the top 10.
Mhm.
Nebraska is ranked just inside the top group. Gonzaga, solid team there. Michigan State, not Michigan, Michigan State. Also, and then UConn and some other bubble teams like Illinois, Virginia. I put UConn/Illinois /Virginia. That's what I wanted to put down there as possibly see them swap, which might happen. Who knows? UConn is a good
In
team.
the top 25 ranked, you mean?
Yeah,
Or top 10?
top 10.
Because 25 is the rank. You have to
Yeah.
be in the top 25 to rank.
Yeah,
Um,
but I think you have to be the top 60 to be in the bracket though.
well, no, that's not exactly true. So to be ranked is top 25. Then the committee selects 64 actually, because they got those 2 playing games. So they select 64 total teams. It's not the top 64 because every conference winner automatically gets in, even if they're ranked 200. If they win their conference, you're in.
Yeah, even Ivy League. So we'll have to see.
Every conference.
With St. John? No, take that back. St. John is not.
It's not Ivy League, no.
I don't even think there's any ranked.
St. John might be
Yeah, there's
Big
not.
Ten or something.
So there are a lot of teams going to go. I'm going to check out the Ivy League real quick.
Why? Why are you interested in the Ivy League?
Well, I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to think of a Ivy League team. Harvard,
Cornell,
So yeah,
Yale.
Ivy League is led by Yale, 9-2, not ranked at all. So
No, yeah, none of those teams are ranked.
I wonder what they're gonna get.
It's not never. But this season so far, none of those teams are ranked.
Okay, that will also Sabres for Devils, 7 p.m. Sabres are the favorite. What do you think the game will be? The score prediction.
It's on the road, right?
Yeah.
It's in New Jersey. Well,
Yep.
obviously they're going to honor Jack Hughes. They're going to honor Tage Thompson too in New Jersey. What's the question?
Score prediction. What do you think of the game?
Sabres 3-2.
Okay.
Tage looked good in the Olympics.
Overtime?
Let's go overtime. 3-2 overtime. Tuck is going to score. Let's see who's going to score the overtime. Let me be a little Jeff Radomness here. Hold on. Give me once.
Just pick a player.
No. Hold on. Let me just. I don't think it's going to be Tage. He's going to be a little hungover, I think.
So who do you think it's going to be?
Hold on 1 second.
I'm waiting.
I have to. Hold on. I'm getting there.
Also, Yankees are playing in spring training.
Yep.
3-2. So I want to see. I wonder how.
Well, the two highest, the two highest ranked players to score on DraftKings is Tage Thompson and Jack Hughes.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say that Josh Doan is going to score in overtime.
Really?
You heard it here on the podcast,
Whoa.
Argue Your Point podcast. Josh Doan will score in overtime
Okay, that
against
will
the Devils. 3-2.
that'll wrap us up.
All
Thanks
right.
for another podcast.
Yeah, good podcast. Good
Podcast 11.
producing, Mason.
Yeah. Next time we'll probably have more. NFL will always go first. Get more news on
Yeah, whatever's current.
free agency.
We
get
got
more
to talk
draft.
PGA too. The PGA season is heating up. Cognizant Classic is this week, a tournament that you and I have both been in the Palm Beaches of Florida.
Not been in. We haven't played in it.
We were there as specters at the
I'm like
Bear
player
Trap.
10,000.
It was awesome.
Rankings.
Remember that the Bear Trap?
Maybe 10,000. Like
We'll talk about it next week because it's going on next week. But yeah, we'll tease it this time. Went to the Bear Trap where they've got a stadium course, a stadium hole.
Kind of like a WM.
Yeah, kind of like the WM. Remember they were walking out. Yeah, that was fun.
Okay. See you all next time.
See you next time.